Six Flags over Texas. Six Flags over Texas.
Hello, everybody. This is our last episode for 1961. And the clip that I just showed you was from a commercial for Six Flags Over Texas, which opened in August of 1961. And it was opened by Angus Wynn Jr. He was an oil mogul that just thought that it would be a temporary park for some temporary income for a while until he did something else with the 212 acres. Now, it was the first park that actually had a theme rather than just having random rides. And the Six Flags were the Six Flags that have flown over Texas in the course of its history, which would be Mexico, Spain, France, the Confederacy, Texas, and the United States. And it had 6 sections. Each section was themed around each one of the cultures underneath each of those flags. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I have been there one time years ago, but I don't remember that. It was pretty cool. Our first song today is a cute little song called Hello, Mary Lou that was sung by Ricky Nelson. And it was written by Gene Pinckney. And even he, the writer, was a little surprised at how well it did. It's a cute song and all, but it only reached number 9 here in the United States. But it was number 1 for 12 weeks in Norway. And it was on the charts for 5 months in Sweden. So, yeah, here it is.
Summer of 61, Stonewall Jackson's fame was won. McDowell marched across Bull Run and went back running to Washington.
Also in August of 1961, Tweetsie Railroad, out of North Carolina, decided to expand their amusement park to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Now, it was a train ride, a general store, a blacksmith shop and saloon, and on this train ride, you would be attacked by Union soldiers, train robbers, and Indians. It pretty much glorified the South in the Civil War. So it has been changed hands over the course of the years, but most recently, it was bought by none other than Dolly Parton and turned into Dollywood. Our next song is a song sung by Antoine Domino Jr., better known as Fats Domino. Now, he was discovered at a backyard barbecue. He is a very simple man. He's from New Orleans, and he doesn't even like to take any credit for being part of the rock and roll revolution, because he just saw it that he was playing the same rhythm and blues that he'd grown up with all of his life. He stayed very down to earth, and he stayed in his old neighborhood. He bought a house there, and even though he had a house big enough for his 15 kids, he preferred to sleep in a hammock. But here is Let the Four Winds Blow.
Don't be afraid. You heard what I said. Let the four winds blow. Let them blow, let them blow. From the east to the west, I love you the best. Let the four winds blow.
I loved her, Bert. I traded her in on a pool game. But that wouldn't mean anything to you. Because who did you ever care about? Just win. Win, you said. Win. That's the important thing. If you don't know what winning is, Bert, you're a loser. Because you're dead inside. And you can't live unless you make everything else dead around you.
And now we have our last song for 1961. Our last song is a song called Stand By Me by Benny King. And it was inspired by a gospel song that Sam Cooke wrote called Stand By Me, Father. Benny King actually did not plan on recording it himself. He wrote it for his band, The Drifters, and they passed on it. So he decided to record it himself. Now, amazingly enough, Stand By Me only made it to number 4 in the U.S. and only number 27 in the U.K. until 1987, when the movie Stand By Me came out. And, of course, that was on the soundtrack. And it finally reached number 1 in the UK and the US. Here it is.
Like we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh.
Well, that does it for 1961. I have to say, though, it was a very big year for amusement parks. We had Six Flags and, the beginnings of Dollywood. And on top of that, there was Adventureland in Illinois, Frontier Village in San Jose, California, Ghost Town Village in Maggie Valley, Marineland of Canada, goes on, and the list goes on. So I think that's pretty cool. I've also forgot to mention that there is a $5 Cash App giveaway. If you can tell me what movie that scene is from that I did, where I was wearing the little mustache beard. Yeah, so if you message me and you have the right answer and you're the first one, $5 in your Cash App. See you next week.